You are listening to WMHW HD1 and HD2 Mount Pleasant, Mountain 91.5, a service of Central Michigan University's School of Broadcast and Cinematic Arts. Good afternoon, and welcome to Card Guys, episode 19. I can't believe 19 already. Wow. Seems like time's just flown by. I'm Anthony Schulte, joined today by Ryan Donnelly, Doug Mobley, and Michael Rosenkrantz. As always, in 5 minutes, we look at the red-hot Red Wings team. 10 minutes, we talk a very successful in-season tournament so far. In 20 minutes, the consistent QB injuries in the NFL. And in 30 minutes, we make our annual NFL picks. This week, 14. Gentlemen, how are we today?
I'm doing great. My fantasy team's looking a little hurt, but other than that, we're looking great.
Doing great, Anthony. We just finished our second class this morning.
We did.
With an exam.
We did. That was a time.
It was a time.
Wi-Fi bugged out a couple times.
Yeah, it made it fun, but you know what?
Made it interesting.
It did make it interesting, but you know what? Classes are done, and I'm a happy man.
I hope your Wednesday's going well. Today made me almost realize that I was about to turn into a Northern Michigan Wildcat. But nonetheless, we got it done, and I'm happy. And I do not want to transfer to anybody that's listening on air is concerned, mom and dad. But we got lots to talk about. The Pistons.
Well, yeah, to get us started, my basketball team stinks.
It's starting to turn into your basketball.
I said on the way to the show, I was like, man, my team stinks. I've been a fan of this team, as everybody that's been a listener knows. I've been a fan of this team since 2010 when I was first coherent. Grown up right. Palace was in my backyard 5 minutes away. I've never been this deflated on a Pistons game day until today. Usually I have hope. And you know what I have hope for today? The Grizzlies, they're just as bad. They're missing Ja. They're missing Kennard. They're missing Steven Adams. They're missing a lot of pieces. But I just feel like there's so many games that it's like, you know what? We should have won. And we didn't. But the Pistons, we do have a chance tonight, 7 o'clock, Bally Sports Detroit. Pistons and Grizzlies live from Detroit. George Blaha and Greg Kelser will have that call. It'll be fun. These are two young, fun teams. Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr., the two highlights, Marcus Smart of the Grizzlies, and then the Pistons will be at full strength tonight, minus Monte Morris, Joe Harris. So, perchance, we might be able to take a win. But, 17 games. It's been over a month since the Detroit Pistons have been victorious after 48 minutes of basketball. Let that sink in. That's crazy. And the fact that, we should have beat the Cavaliers, let's be honest. We should have beat 10 of the 17 losses we should have won. We're just not there yet. And once we take that turn, once we get that first win, I honestly think this is a team that a lot of people will be like, 3-18, 4-18, 5-18, not taking us seriously, and we'll start to creep back, and we'll be a little bit competitive towards the end of the year. That's kind of my prediction, because there's no way we're worse than last year. Right? Mm-mm. Right? There's no way we're worse than last year, right? I don't know. If that's the case, it ain't the players, because I know the players have gotten better. The players have been playing better. It's fish rots from the head. It's the top. It's Troy Weaver. It's Arn Tellem. It's Tom Gores. And it's Monty Williams and his staff. Steven Silas, I'm looking at you. You're a consistent loser in the NBA. And here we are again. Another losing team that you're a part of. The game day graphic for the Pistons just got posted. I don't know why. I have hope, but I'm still deflated. Usually I'm like, oh yeah, Pistons game day, baby. I get to watch my boys. Today I woke up, I was like, I just hope it's not 18 straight. Those were the words that came out of my mouth when I woke up at 7:30 in the morning this morning. It's just it's upsetting. It really is.
It's I don't know what's. I have no words about this team. I'm starting to lose faith. Just we're the 2015 Philadelphia 76ers. We're the 2012 Charlotte Bobcats.
2010 Cavs.
We're the worst of the worst. And we're starting to be historically bad. We're like...
If we aren't already historically
We're
bad.
like the Tigers in June, hitting-wise.
That's not good.
That's not good at all.
That's not good.
It's getting bad in Detroit, but I have faith tonight. Although, Bane is still projected to play. Same with Jaren and same with Smart. Rose has been playing great.
Derrick Rose making a homecoming to
Derrick
Detroit.
Rose making his homecoming when he was playing for his second best team, the Detroit Pistons. I thought he played very well with the Pistons.
Oh, he was great.
He was great for the Pistons. He was one of my favorite Pistons in the past 5 years.
I went to his first home game as a Piston. I remember that crowd. It was wild.
I went to the first time I saw Derrick Rose, the first and only time I saw Derrick Rose was a game against the Brooklyn Nets. I remember this was the night before Kobe died, and Derrick Rose hit a game-tying layup, and we lost by 9 to the Brooklyn Nets without Kevin Durant. And we played good that game. But, anyways, a win will make me feel a little better.
A win would be nice tonight. It really would.
I got 3 words about the Pistons.
You got 3 words?
Let's go Thunder. That's all I'm going to say.
What are you, a big Chet investor?
Nah, more of a Shea guy, to be honest.
I see. All right, well, the Pistons, like I said, 7 o'clock tonight against the Grizzlies, looking to snap a 17-game skid. We'll see what they can do. Hopefully, on our season finale on Monday, we come in with a good afternoon. Because even if we lose Friday night, and I think we play Sunday night as well, even if we lose those 2 games, I'll still be happy because it'll only be a 2-game losing streak.
And it's Christmas week.
Right,
Or
exactly.
not Christmas week. Finale week, and we get to go home on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. I'm going home Monday, actually,
going home
right after the show. Anyways, we got a winning team to talk about here, folks. The Detroit Red Wings.
Yes, sir.
How about them red-hot Red Wings? The Wallman Gritty. I want to go to that game just for the bobblehead. It's going to be great.
Same.
When's the game?
January 21st.
January
21st.
21st.
Oh.
First 7,500 people get a gritty bobblehead.
I will be first in line.
If I can go, I will be going.
I think we should all go.
We should all go.
I think we should all
Just
go.
for the bobblehead.
Anyways, wait a second. When is the CMU night?
CMU night
Like
For Red
February
Wings?
something.
For the Red Wings.
Oh, it's a Sunday. I think
For the
I'll
Red
be able
Wings
to
is
go.
February 24th.
Oh, 21st is a Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great.
I'm gonna need to buy tickets.
CMU Red
Sweet.
Wings night,
February 24th.
February 20th.
Oh, I thought it was. I had a feeling it would be
It's a
January
Saturday.
21st, and I was like, well, no, we have to go to a couple Red Wings games. I see.
And in
There are a
terms
couple
of
good
CMU
games.
night for the Pistons, it's January 12th.
It's against the Rockets.
That's against the
There's
Rockets.
An Ahmed
Thompson
and a
Twins
sore
bobblehead.
Thompson Twins bobblehead, and I will most likely be there.
I will be there. I already have my tickets.
You do?
I'm
I
still
don't.
looking. I'm still looking to get tickets. I just hope they're available.
They will be. Oh,
My-
they will be. It's
my
the
goal,
Pistons.
my
Right.
goal over the break is to go to at least one Pistons game and one Wings game. I
Let me,
want to
let
go
me
to
know,
the.
let me know when you're going. I might tag along.
I would like to go to the Jazz game on the 21st.
Jazz game. That's my dad's birthday.
Plus,
Darn it.
you got that insanely sick barbershop pole jersey for the Red Wings.
I know.
Yup.
I want
The
it.
CMU
Yup.
co-branded. Oh my gosh, that thing is so cool.
It's good. It's a beautiful sweater.
It is.
The Red Wings last night 5-3 victors in Buffalo, taking down the Sabres.
Tough team.
I mean, they swept us last year.
Yeah,
They swept us last year. We come in.
they're a good team.
Larkin had a phenomenal game. 2 goals, or a goal and assist.
2 goals and an assist.
2 goals and assist for Larkin.
Because he had that empty netter at the end of the game.
Yeah. He did leave the game in the middle of the game with an injury, but he came back. He actually has talked about on the post-game show how he wants to be better coming out of the onto the ice, especially after going to the locker room. He said he came out and he made a couple big mistakes that actually led to a goal. So I really like that accountability and leadership from Larkin.
Yeah,
I think he's really grown in that aspect this year. And, I mean, that's our captain right there. And I think he's a big reason why this team, especially after Sweden, only getting that 1 point in Sweden, why this team is clicking on all cylinders.
Oh, 100%.
What, do we only have 1 loss to New York, and they're the best team in the Metro?
Yeah, but they're the best team in the NHL.
Bruins.
No,
Bruins,
not statistically.
Bruins, after that last Wings loss, they went on like a 3-game losing
Yeah, the
skid?
Red Wings.
Yes, it was 3 games.
The Red Wings.
Yeah, but now they're on a
dismantle the
3-game win
franchise.
streak.
So?
So there's 3 teams sitting atop the division right now, tied for points: the Rangers, the Bruins, and the Golden Knights. 18, 17, and 16 wins, all in that order.
The Wings hopped into second place last night as well. They jumped Florida.
Yeah, we're in second place
Second
in the
place in the Atlantic.
and we're in third place in the Eastern Conference right now.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's sweet.
If we were a Western Conference team, we'd somehow be fifth.
I saw a quote.
Interesting.
It's not
I
bad.
saw a quote from a Red Wings beat art editor like about a month ago. It says the NHL season's always good when the Red Wings are good.
Oh, that's 100%
Yes.
true.
Yes.
And this year the Wings are better, and Kane hasn't even stepped foot on the ice yet. for the
Speaking
Wings.
of Kane,
Next
tomorrow night. Nope, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, really?
Huge.
Tomorrow night at home against the Sharks, Patrick Kane is slated to take the ice for the first time as a Detroit Red Wing,
Oh, baby.
yeah.
and I
have a-
will be watching.
I have
Oh,
a
100%.
I have a quote from ESPN's Emily Kaplan here. I truly believe he's going to shock the world.
Really?
Talking about his rehab and why he picked the Red Wings and how she thinks he's going to play.
I mean, we got to remember this guy. People are talking about, oh, he's washed. He's not what he was in Chicago. He had a shortened season last season and had 56 points.
Yep.
This guy's crazy good.
And he had more assists than goals.
And we got this man for a $2.75 million deal and unlimited
He'll
Little
sign.
Caesars pizza.
He'll sign with us again in
100%.
next year too.
Yes.
Especially if we do good this year. If we make a little playoff run, a little run to the cup. Man, I'm excited.
Something that we didn't talk about on the last episode was DeBrincat. He got his 200th goal, and Kane was in the booth when he got the
Yes.
200th goal.
Yes.
that
He
was
was.
sweet.
What
That
a moment
was.
right there for
What a
both of
moment.
them.
Just
So, okay, I want to know your guys' thoughts. Do you guys think Patrick Kane plays on the same line as DeBrincat, or do you think DeBrincat and Kane move up to the first line, or what do you guys think is going to happen with these lines here? Because I know DeBrincat got moved to the second line of forwards. Do you think Patrick Kane comes into the second line, or do you think they both will move up to the first line together? Because they're going to play together, right?
absolutely. I think
Malone's got to play them both together.
I think that they're going to keep their first line, but I feel like they're going to put Kane in the second line so they can have DeBrincat and Kane together
Yeah.
and have Larkin start off the game. That's what I think. But then again, it's up to coach.
Well, I mean, DeBrincat and Kane, they're both wingers, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So they'd be able to play next to Larkin. They'd be able to slide in there next to Larkin. You just bring down
I think towards like, the
Raymond
end of the
and-
first, they'll have them three.
who's the
Valeno.
other? Valeno?
Joey V.
Yeah, I mean, he's earned it, though.
Yeah.
He's earned it on that first line, hasn't he?
Joe Valeno's played his butt off. Another
mean-
player that I'm thinking of
Comfer.
possibly is JT Comfer.
Yeah, Comfer's playing very well
I
as
think
well.
you put DeBrincat and Kane around Comfort, and that's the best second line in the NHL.
I would have to agree with that. I mean, we really got to see if Patrick Kane scores a goal tomorrow. Oh man,
I will be ecstatic.
Oh,
that'll
yeah.
that'll be something.
Who's hosting the watch party?
I think it's probably gonna be at my place.
Let's go.
At least that's where I'm gonna be watching it. 65-inch TV. That's where I'm gonna be watching it.
I'm gonna. May I join?
I don't see a problem with
Let's
that.
go.
I think we might have the best defensive first line in the NHL.
100%.
Wallman and Sider.
100%. I 100%. I mean, Sider, he scored a goal right from the blue line yesterday.
Yes, he did.
High netter. Impressive stuff. I was watching the game last night with fellow Card Guys, friends of the program, Derek Steele, Isaac Haffenden, and we were watching, and just a great goal from the blue line. You don't necessarily see goals from that deep too often in the NHL. Not anymore. And I mean, he fit that thing. That was on a laser.
Yeah.
That was a missile.
He's 21.
Yep.
That
He's
kid
21
is
and
going
he's
to
just
be special.
he's racking up the
so
points
is
this
Raymond.
season.
Raymond's a first line winger and he's 20.
Yeah.
Cider's goal brought me back to Stevie Y's Game 7 double overtime win from the blue line.
Whoa.
That just
wow.
That just gave me just instant euphoria. I'm
Blast
just
from
like,
the
this
past.
This is exactly what Stevie Y did in Game 7 in double overtime. It
We
was
have some
electric.
breaking news.
We do.
This is
Uh-oh.
not NHL. We'll get to the NFL momentarily, but this is NFL breaking
news.
from Rap Sheet, Ian Rappaport. Sean McDermott just told reporters that the 21-day practice windows for Dawson Knox and Khair Alam are both opened.
Oh.
So the Bills getting some possible help soon.
Knox.
Knox can't
Kincaid
catch a
and
ball
Knox-
to save his life, though.
I think Kincaid and Knox are like one of the most underrated tight end duos in just the entire league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Knox
hit a home run with Dawson Kincaid.
Oh, 100%.
All right, back to NHL, back to the Red Wings. Doug, were you trying to say something about the Red Wings?
Yeah. I think at this point, like you just kind Patrick Kane, you have a top 3 offense in the NHL. I think the only thing that I want to see this team do is add a defensive, just another defensive stud. Trade for Owen Power from Buffalo. Somebody like that. Somebody from Michigan, hometown boy. Play with. They got the Michigan chemistry. DeBrincat, Larkin. Put another Michigan kid on that team.
Yeah.
I think that'd be great. The Owen
Who else
Power
are
is
you
a young
thinking?
guy.
But what kind of package do we have to give up for Power?
I don't even.
We could probably dip into the farm system now.
Yeah, we have a deep farm system now. Stevie Wise did a great job with that.
I mean, if you want to win now, that's a win now move.
Yeah,
That's a move that's saying, you know what, we're investing in you, Patrick Kane. We want you to stay with us. We're tired of being, fringe wild card. We want to be in there, right? We want to contend. That's a contender move, right? That's a win now move. That really that would tell me if Yzerman makes a move like that, dipping into the farm system, and getting somebody like a star defenseman almost. That tells me that Yzerman's really into this. We're going to win now. Let's stop the rebuild and let's win now. A lot of people are already saying the rebuild's over.
Because it is.
I mean, obviously, I want to say go after somebody like Cale Makar. That's just not realistic.
Yeah.
Like, Colorado's too good.
McKinnon.
You can't give up enough for Cale Makar for them to be like, okay. Honestly, get Hronek back. He's got more points than Larkin and DeBrincat right now.
Yeah, I could see that.
I'd actually like that. He's only 26, a little veteran piece to that locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Adds a lot of points. Maybe go out, grab somebody like Evan Bouchard from Edmonton. There's a lot of options, and there's a lot of really good options on just some like not so great teams. Like, I don't know. Go grab Zach Werenski from Columbus.
Yeah.
He's been playing. He's almost got 20 points this season, and he's 25.
Yeah.
There's a lot of options for Stevie to go grab somebody, and I don't think it'd take that much.
Who might be cheap?
Who?
Who I'm thinking might be cheap? He's having an off season this year so far. Dominic Kubalik.
Bring him back.
Bring him back.
He only has 5 points, 4 goals and an assist this year in 20 games.
Wasn't Kubalik one of the top point scorers for Detroit last season?
He had 50-something points. I'm on his hockey reference right now. He had last year, and he did play in Chicago
with
DeBrincat and Kane. He had 20 and 25, so he had 45 last season. Honestly, I think he'd be cheap because he's having an off year so far this year. Usually he's like a solid middle-of-the-pack guy when it comes to the points. But breaking baseball news. Breaking baseball news.
Soto?
Yankees and Juan Soto deal close to being finalized.
Oh,
baby.
Man.
The winter meetings are heating up.
I have one more suggestion on who I think Mr. Steve should go get.
Yeah.
He's on IR right now.
Yep.
And he is kind of old. But Dougie Hamilton from New Jersey.
Yeah.
He'd be that veteran piece, get us that 2 years, win now.
Right.
Maybe ship him off, trade bait for something next year.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many good options.
All right, so we kind of talked a little over our time there for the Red Wings, but it was well due because the Red Wings are playing very well. The winter meetings, we just got that notification. Doug, what do you feel about? We'll go through this quick. What do you feel about that Juan Soto almost being a Yankee with Verdugo?
No one's surprised. I think the Yankees have been said for a year now that they want Juan Soto, and I don't think they're scared to give up a lot. They're going to have to give up, 4 or 5 top prospects. And I said this earlier in our group chat. I don't think they keep Verdugo. I think Verdugo's in that package for Soto. Cause
maybe he was a piece to get Soto.
I think he is. I think he's going to be sorry, you wanted to play in New York? Too bad, buddy. You got Jason Dominguez coming back hopefully next year. I don't think you really need to keep Verdugo that bad.
So Soto, that news, it's not official yet, but deal is close to being finalized.
Michael has shown me some news.
What's the news?
Shohei Ohtani is expected to sign with the team
in the
this
next
weekend.
Few days, yeah.
Before the end of this weekend,
Yep.
per
Cubs,
John Morosi of
Dodgers,
Talking Baseball.
Giants, and Toronto are the
I
front
really
runners
hope
right
he
now.
signs with the Cubs.
I want him to go to the Cubs or Toronto. I just don't want him.
I don't want him on the Dodgers.
They're going to get knocked out in the NLDS by the Philadelphia Phillies if they do.
Yep. All right, so those are some winter meetings. We'll talk more baseball on Monday.
Hopefully Shohei's on the team.
We'll probably have Shohei news. We'll have official Soto news. But something that has been very successful, I'd say, in the last couple days, it's this in-season tournament, man. These knockouts have been just phenomenal. I mean, we have playoff atmospheres at these games. The Pacers game, for example.
Hallie, what a guy.
Halliburton, what a player, but what an atmosphere. When they had that sequence of, I think it was a 3, a stop, and a 3, that the Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the lid popped off of that place. That place was jumping. And you would have thought they won the NBA Finals off that shot. It is a play-in knockout game 1 to go to Vegas. I mean, I don't know how the atmosphere is going to be in Vegas since it's a neutral site, but I think the knockout rounds, especially last night at that Lakers game was another great atmosphere. People are saying it feels like playoff games. I mean, dude, this in-season tournament is whatever Adam Silver was cooking, he was cooking, because this thing is special. And you know what? These are regular season games we're talking about here that are being treated as and viewed as like playoff games. And this is exactly what the NBA wanted.
This is awesome. I said in the show on Monday that I wasn't really a big fan of the in-season tournament, but from what I saw on Tuesday or on Monday in the knockout stage, that Pacers game, wow. Halliburton is Mr. In-Season Tournament. I already gave him that nickname already. But the one thing that I am ready for is games in the Sphere.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know what the Sphere is, you're living under a rock, first of all. And the Sphere is this big circle arena where the inside is LED.
The outside's a giant LED too. Like it's been lit up as the moon, the earth, a basketball for the summer league, an eyeball, the sun.
It's low key creepy, but it's kind of cool.
A racing helmet for F1 in Vegas.
Yep.
a couple of months ago.
There's emojis that look at you weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Sphere is so cool, but I don't know how it's going to work in an NBA setting because the seats are so far away and like the whole screen, like the whole arena is a TV screen basically, except for like the seating area. So NBA players are going to be distracted with basically themselves. Like they'll have like probably the playback on like the back screen while they're like courtside or something. Unless
it's hard to find pictures
of the inside of the arena.
Inside of the Sphere. If you
go on TikTok, and if you look up U2, like the band U2 with the Sphere, you'll get some great images. How are we going to
play basketball on this thing?
Yep. Did you see the pictures?
Well, I'm just looking at pictures on Google right now. How are we going to play basketball on this thing?
Yeah, Michael is showing me the same image that I found.
So is it just going to be a wall of seats?
It's a wall of seats.
And then an LED screen?
An LED screen. It looks so cool.
So the fans aren't going to be surrounding the court. It's going to be kind of like, like a high school basketball stadium where you got one big grandstand?
Probably. Huh. But it's going to be confusing, especially for the players. I feel like
that's fascinating.
That's cool.
It's going to be like a high school arena. Well, of course, to a greater degree, where you're going to have one grandstand on one side and then just a wall on the other side. That's probably where going to be like cameras are for broadcasts but that's wow. That's
if you go
that's
fans,
crazy.
If you go on YouTube or TikTok or Twitter or X, whatever it's called now, and you just look up U2 Sphere concert, you'll see what it looks like, and it looks incredible. The technology in that thing is crazy good.
It's funny that the Knicks have the Sphere
as
patch,
the jersey patch,
and they lost. And they lost.
But I think the Pacers, if we're talking back to basketball instead of marveling over that thing, if we're talking in-season tournament, the Pacers are a surprise. The Pelicans are a big surprise. I expected the Kings and the Celtics to close it out. The Beam team exploded, and the Celtics, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that beam isn't being lit no more.
The beam has died out in Sacramento. I don't know what's happening, and I was a big fan of the Beam team last year. I think they're still going to do good this year. But,
Their fan base is a little intolerable.
yeah. I mean, they made one playoffs in, 16, 15 years, and we're the best team in NBA history. Like, for Sacramento basketball, but I think the Pacers are definitely, they were my dark horse going into this tournament, as I mentioned in a previous episode, and it's coming to fruition now. The Pacers are legit.
Really?
Pacers are legit.
Is that your claim?
That's my claim. In-season tournament-wise, not like regular season. But I think if we talk about in-season tournament, the Pacers are legit.
Michael, I want to get your thoughts on the in-season tournament. What do you think about how it's been going so far?
The in-season tournament has been really, really great. Many different teams going at it. There were some big notable upsets, as Ryan mentioned, with the Celtics, the
Kings.
The Kings, yes. I couldn't think of the name for some reason. But no, I think ultimately the in-season tournament has gone really, really well so far. And tomorrow we got 2 more games in the semifinals. You got Pacers, Bucks, Pelicans, Lakers.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be in Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas. I want to say I have the Bucks for the first game. I know the Pacers are Cinderella story, but I think this is where the Cinderella story is going to end for the Pacers.
Bucks Suns 2021 Finals rematch in the Sphere.
That would be a lot of fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jalen Reeves-Maybin won NFC Special Teams Player of the Week.
Oh yeah, he had a couple really good tackles on special teams.
Sorry to
didn't he?
cut you off, but I just saw that. Shout out Austin Shattuck on Instagram.
Yeah, I think I have Bucks for the first game, and second game, I think I have Pelicans over the Lakers. To be quite honest with you, I'm predicting a Bucks-Pelicans final in the Sphere. But I love this in-season tournament. Again, as I've previously mentioned before, it gives these teams chances to play against one another, especially getting ready for the legitimate postseason at the end of the year. And I think this has been a great way to bolster new competition, and I think this is going to be a pretty consistent thing going forward.
All right, so we just got done talking, a little bit of in-season tournament. I want to turn to the NFL now. We've gotten some breaking news sprinkled into the program here today. The NFL, a big problem in the NFL as of late are the quarterback injuries.
Just injuries in general.
Just injuries in general, but I wanted to highlight the quarterback injuries because there seems to be a lot of the same when it comes to these quarterback injuries. There was a graphic.
Shoulders and Achilles.
Yep. There was a graphic on ESPN. I saw it on Twitter. I can't find it now. I don't know why. There was a graphic that was showing all of the QBs that are injured so far this season. And it was crazy. It was after Trevor Lawrence got hurt. They showed this graphic. And it was kind of staggering to see. I want to find this graphic. Yes, there it is. Why? Can I see that, please? I was looking at it from yours. So we have Joe Burrow with a wrist injury, Kirk Cousins with an Achilles injury, Daniel Jones with a knee injury, Kenny Pickett with an ankle injury, Anthony Richardson with a shoulder injury, Aaron Rodgers with an Achilles, Deshaun Watson with a shoulder, and now Trevor Lawrence with that high ankle sprain. Now, Burrow, Cousins, Jones, Richardson, and Watson are all out for the season. Those are just notable names. There have been other injuries. Tyrod Taylor, oh my goodness. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, DTR,
Walker, right?
PJ Walker, like all of these injuries to quarterbacks are just adding up. And you see that it's usually a leg injury. Other than a couple shoulders and a wrist, you're seeing knee, you're seeing ankle, you're seeing Achilles. The NFL has put in all these safety procedures. They're not working because it's not just quarterbacks getting injured, as you mentioned. It's also everybody seems to be getting injured, whether it's running back, wide receiver, defensive, wherever you play. You're seeing a lot of injuries. you're seeing a lot of injury reports filled up. I want to get your guys' thoughts on, just the way the NFL's been going, especially with, putting all these rules in to protect these quarterbacks, but it seems like it's gotten even worse.
It's the turf. It's the 100% the turf.
Y'all believe in the turf?
Let me tell you
NFL's
something.
not going to say it, and they're going to keep trying to hide it, but it's the turf.
It's the
because
turf.
it's cheaper to maintain.
Okay, here's the thing. There are two teams, I feel like, in the NFL that have done their turf right, and that's the Cardinals and the Raiders, and they do the same thing. They have natural grass turf, which they have the technology to have a retractable turf where the turf goes from inside the stadium to outside the stadium to let the grass grow, and they mow it, bring it back into the stadium, and then they have a safe turf, or they have a safe grass field. You look at teams like the Commanders, who are notorious for having awful turf. RG3, Alex Smith. You have all these guys. It's not even quarterbacks. It's just other players who've gotten hurt on FedEx Field. And then this year you have the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. You had 4 different injuries, Aaron Rodgers being a very noticeable one. Most of them being torn Achilles. It's the turf. The safety precautions on the body, I feel like, is working. It's the turf. The NFL is hiding the fact that
some of these injuries aren't turf related, like Trevor Lawrence's.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was Trey
he just got
Hendrickson.
it's
smoked.
turf,
getting
and then sometimes it's bad bad offensive line placement.
Yeah,
And that's nothing that the NFL can do. It's something that the teams could do. But the NFL is hiding the fact that the turf is the big problem, and that's my thought.
I'm curious as to whether the NFL or not after this season, just because there's so many injuries, will implement new protocols for not only quarterbacks but for everybody else getting injured. Because this has been a rough season in terms of injuries.
yeah, it really has.
And
I mean, you just saw Lee McNeil go on IR recently.
yeah,
They
Lee
lost to the
McNeil's
Lions.
now on IR. I do agree with the turf, though. There's been multiple instances where the turf monster comes out to play, and the turf is can be a leading cause of injuries.
Yeah.
And especially the ones that scare me a lot are the non-contact injuries.
Yeah.
Especially if it's coming from
That's what
possibly
turf is causing.
possibly the
Like
turf.
the Achilles
yes,
injuries that we're seeing.
exactly. So I think it also has something to do with the turf. And again, I'm just curious whether or not the NFL is going to implement new protocols for injury for not only quarterbacks to, again, increase protection on the quarterbacks, but to try and keep everybody safe. Because if there's going to be more injuries like this, there's going to be real problems going forward.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely causing a lot of issues, and it's not helping the public face of the NFL either. That's for sure. You're seeing your most publicized players go down with all the same injuries. You had Aaron Rodgers, who's been one of the best quarterbacks for as long as we've been alive, and Justin Jefferson, who's arguably one of the best receivers we've ever seen in our life, go down with the same injury. And you have both of those guys out for an entire season or half a season. That hurts the NFL.
Yeah.
And that probably costs them more money than it would to actually implement better turf.
Right. I agree. Now, before we get into our NFL Week 14 picks, all right, staple on our show, I just saw this on Instagram from Buckets. Now, this is NBA related, so this will be the last thing about the NBA for today's show. The Atlanta Hawks are, now get ready for this roller coaster, 1-1 in their last 2 games, 3-3 in their last 6 games, 8-8 in their last 16 games, 9-9 in their last 18 games, 12-12 in their last 24 games, 13-13 in their last 26 games. That goes on until they're 36-36 in their last 72 games. They were 41-41 last season, and the Hawks are the closest team to 500 in the three-point era. They are 1,775 and 1,779 since 1980.
Talk about the definition of mid.
They are the definition of mid.
Wow.
I just
Trae Young
found that
needs to
funny.
move on.
I
Trae
found
Young,
that funny.
DeJounte Murray, Clint Capella, please request a trade.
I just find that funny because they're just.
so
I would
mid.
rather either be bad or good than mid. I would rather be bad than mid.
Put that in the Oxford Dictionary, Anthony. Just open it up. You see mid there.
Just put the Atlanta
The
Hawks.
Atlanta Hawks would be there.
The Atlanta Hawks, a consistent a consistent 500 team. Well, after that little nugget of information, we do have our Week 14 picks, our annual. It seems to be annual. Every week we make our picks here on Card Guys on ESPN Pigskin Pick'em. We are going to start with our Week 14 Thursday night disappointment between the 2-10 Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers, who just got blown out by the 2-10 Cardinals. Yikes. This game is so bad that I had to use Bill Belichick on their promo instead of a player.
Do I have to pick a team?
Yep, I'm picking the Steelers.
I'll take the Steelers, I
Do
guess.
I have to?
Yes, you have to.
Fine, I'll pick the Steelers.
Steelers. I'm going to go Steelers. This game's going to be
two.
This game's
All
going to
right.
be painful to
This game's a
watch, though.
wash.
Buccaneers, Falcons, two very evenly matched teams, an NFC South battle. This could be very important towards
This could decide, like, the
this.
one seed.
This could decide the NFC South when we look
Yeah.
back at this game. And you know what? I'm going with the Buccaneers. Look, Mike Evans is playing great.
I think this is, like, the best he's looked in a couple seasons.
This is the best he's looked since that Super Bowl year.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield, I mean, he's mid. Call him the Atlanta Hawks. But
He's good enough.
He's good. He's not just good. He's good enough.
Yep.
And that defense is formidable. So give me the Buccaneers in that one
I'll take the Bucks, too.
over the Falcons.
I mean, when you have a top 5 red zone defense,
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta go. The more I think about it, I think I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
Nice.
Sorry, Kaylee and Scott in Georgia.
Falcons, Bucks.
Don't be afraid to go against the grain here.
That's
We
what
have
I'm
breaking
thinking.
news.
That's what I'm thinking.
What?
about.
Excuse me. We have breaking news. Jock Peterson's going to the Phillies.
What?
Bro.
And also, new from Adam Schefter, Zach Wilson is going to start for the Jets
Yep.
in Week 14.
What?
Wow.
Yep.
I
All
actually
the
like
memes are coming back to haunt him.
Breaking news rolling in. I mean, Aaron Rodgers did say that all the reports were fake about him saying that yesterday on the Pat McAfee show.
I'm not sure if I like the Jock Peterson move.
I don't know. I mean, it adds something to their roster.
It does, but they don't. They honestly don't need Jock
All right.
Peterson.
With all these
Michael?
breaking news that we got going on, we need an audio track before we announce the breaking news.
That would be good to add for our next season. Stay tuned for that.
I think I gotta go the Falcons here. They're opening up.
Nice.
They're opening up as favorites, but I love how the way the Falcons have been playing recently, and especially just embarrassing the Jets. Although it was a low-scoring game, wasn't a good game played by really either team.
Right.
But I'm just thinking back to that bad possession by the Jets at the end of the game, and the Atlanta Falcons. They're in a good spot, and I think they're going to be hungry for the playoffs.
That's a
I'm
good
giving
pick
the
right there.
Falcons.
That's a
I'm
good
just
pick.
thinking back to Zach Wilson getting folded like a lawn chair last season.
I'm just thinking Jock Peterson. Wow.
Jock Peterson
It's
to
about
the
Breaking
time.
Phillies.
news running
It's
through the
they
newsroom.
need
here.
another power hitter.
Oh, definitely. Philadelphia needs another.
And a quick
power
thing
hitter,
about the
dude.
Phillies, I don't know if any of you saw this, but they will no longer be wearing their
Yeah.
red jerseys
Yeah.
for the
What?
2024
Really?
season.
Those are sweet.
I liked those.
I like them too.
Anyways, we got the Lions and the Bears.
Lions.
They're keeping the
Tonight.
teals though. The baby blues.
Nice. Okay, at least
the
they're
baby
keeping
blues
those.
they make me happy.
We're going Lions. I mean, I don't even
Lions.
think we got to spend much time
The
on this.
Lions are going to come back from adversity after almost losing to the Bears a couple weeks ago. Lions.
Colts, Bengals. I'm going Bengals. The Bengals are rolling.
Bengals.
I mean, Jake Browning looked like the second coming of Tom Brady on Monday Night Football.
He looked like the 5-star he truly was.
Fun fact. I saw this shout out Strictly Football on TikTok. I saw a stat on this yesterday. They did a video series of every quarterback in high school who thrown the most touchdowns from 30 to 1. Browning is number 1 with 76.
Really.
For that, I'm going with Bengals.
Ladies and gentlemen. Wait,
There it is.
Michael, who are you picking?
Bengals, Colts.
Pick the
Both, as I getting influenced by Doug over here.
Rar, the Bengals. Is that what a
Meow.
Bengal makes? A rar?
Meow.
Is it a meow or a rar?
I don't know.
I hope it's not a wolf.
I don't,
Well,
I don't
it won't
think
be a
I
wolf. A
don't think
Bengal's a cat.
Bengal's a dog. What
Put
the
it
hey?
like
What
quack.
the hey? Give me the Bengals.
You the Bengals. Ladies and gentlemen, the Anthony
Browns.
Schulte upset of the week. Give me the Browns.
There
Now,
we go.
This is what I'm thinking here. Jacksonville, look, it'll take nothing short of a small miracle and some holy water for Trevor Lawrence to play on Sunday. He wants to play, but there's
He's
no
not going
way
to.
you rupture what connects your tibia to the fibula and you're going to play a good game at quarterback. It's not going to happen.
Doug Peterson should lose his job if he lets Trevor Lawrence play.
Right. And that's when you said, we appreciate what you're trying to do for us, but we'd rather you come back next week than risk being out for the rest of the year, because we still have a chance.
Yeah.
I think Jacksonville, they just lost Christian Kirk because he got injured. That he's out for, I think, the season, getting surgery.
Yeah.
He might be out for the season. He's getting surgery on that
my wide receiver room.
on that groin injury. I think the Jaguars, they're coming off a rough loss. They don't have their quarterback. They don't have their top wide receiver. Give me the Browns. Joe Flacco, he's better than Jake Brown, or he's better than
C.J. Beathard.
Yeah, C.J. Beathard. Yeah, give me the Browns and my upset of the week.
That's kind of a baseline upset, I feel like.
Shut up, Ryan.
Yeah, no, it's not.
You're a Cowboys fan. Shut up.
Oh, we're going to this again?
I'm never leaving
You want to
that.
talk about baseline? We'll get to yours soon.
Okay, fine.
We'll talk about baseline.
I told Anthony about my Ryan Donnelly upset of the week. I'm very happy about it, but
And
I'm
it's
still
baseline.
C.J.
It's more
Beathard.
baseline than mine.
C.J. Beathard is gonna ball with this
picking the
very
Raiders
elite
and the
offense
Vikings?
minus Christian Kirk. Give me the Jags.
On the road in the dog pound.
Jaguars, Browns.
Can I slap him?
Man, this is a brain bomber.
Maybe.
Okay, I don't think his mom would
I
care.
crack up every time I see CJ Beathard because most of the time he's not good.
I mean,
You
he
make
fumbled on the first
you make
play.
some very valid points about the Browns, Anthony.
I mean, they have Myles Garrett back.
Yes, they do.
They're in the dog pound.
And again, the
Amari
Cleveland
Cooper's
Browns
healthy.
defense is scary.
Deshaun Washington's going to be sitting in a
Is
booth
scary.
with a Lamborghini jacket on.
I loved the meme I saw of Deshaun Watson when he's out for the season and Joe Burrow when he's out for the
actually
season.
helping his team.
Yeah.
And then
You
there's
know
Deshaun.
what? I can't believe I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to hop on the bandwagon with Anthony.
Yes.
Yeah,
I really
Yes,
don't
yes,
know
yes,
why
yes.
I'm doing
Boom.
this.
Yeah.
I know I was looking at Ryan earlier, and I was saying to him, no way that the Browns were going to win. But now it's just such a mind game with me. I overthink pretty much everything.
Y'all are gonna
Yeah.
laugh in my face when you guys lose.
We'll see what
okay,
happens.
Doug.
We're lucky there's not cameras here, folks. All right, Saints, Panthers. We're going Saints. They're going to have a nice little bounce back game.
They're playing the Panthers.
The Panthers stink.
Yeah, this
They
is
Adam
stink.
This
Thielen,
is
what are you
Saints.
doing, buddy?
What are you doing, buddy? All right, Texans, Jets. Give me the Texans.
Texans.
C.J. Stroud, even without Tank Dell.
I mean, the Jets don't have
my
anything.
receiver room is gone, but even without Tank Dell, C.J. Stroud's still C.J. Stroud.
By the way, shout out Evan McPherson for winning me my fantasy game. I was down by like 35, and McPherson
Had 35 points.
McPherson had 12, and Trevor had 25. And my defense got me 1, the Chiefs defense, but his defense got him 0. He had the Jags defense.
I lost by 22. Both Tank Dell and Christian Kirk scored a combined total of 5 points.
Makes sense.
wow.
Because
Well,
both
you
of
gotta
them got
consider that Tank Dell got hurt.
hurt. If they didn't get hurt, I would have beat Calvin by like 15 points.
Yeah, the Lone Star State's going to come into New York and have a ball. It's going to be the Texans for me.
Whoa.
What?
We
Another
have-
breaking news.
We have some updates.
On what, Soto?
Jock Peterson hasn't even talked to the Phillies this offseason.
What?
So somebody put out a fake report.
Okay.
Rumors.
Jock Peterson posted a cool, funny photo of him and the Fanatic on IG, but it doesn't mean he's signing with the Phillies. They haven't even talked this offseason. What a job. And that was according to...
Talking baseball.
That was Talking Baseball that just posted that, but it was Underdog MLB, who I think since deleted their tweet.
This would be so funny if we've been having all these breaking news, and then Shohei Ohtani signs like once we end the show.
It'll make sense.
That'll be so funny.
Yep, Tigers.
Yeah.
You're going on the
All right,
Tigers.
Rams, Ravens.
Ravens. Not even a question.
Ravens.
He's picking the Raiders for this next one.
I'm
I
not
can already
taking
see
the
it.
Raiders.
Now, the Raiders were about to be my upset of the week. It was between the Raiders and it was between the Browns, but I was more comfortable with the Browns. I'm still going to go with the Raiders. You look at this Raiders team. It's Vikings-Raiders, by the way. Vikings-Raiders, I mean, you're in Las Vegas. They're coming off a bye. You have Josh Jacobs. You have Devontae Adams,
Jacoby
you have
Myers.
Jacoby Myers, you have Max Crosby, you have all these pieces, and the Vikings,
Jettas is back though.
Jettas is back, but I'm going Raiders. I know it's still an upset,
You got
but
Jettas.
I'm just confident in the Raiders.
You got Josh.
But you don't have a
Feeble.
quarterback.
Yeah, Josh Dobbs fell off the cliff. You don't have a running back room. Literally, all you have is Justin Jefferson.
You have Justin Jefferson and T.J. Hawkinson. That's it.
And KJ Osborne and Jordan Addison.
KJ Osborne's projected to get like 3 points on Sunday.
Makes
It's
sense.
sad.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Vikings.
I'm taking the Raiders.
Michael.
Vikings, to me, I think, are the easy pick. But the Raiders, I think, have more standout players in this position, especially with Josh Dobbs falling off. Yes, Jefferson is back, but some of the Vikings receivers just generally don't produce. Generally don't produce much.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Raiders.
There it is. All right, 49ers, Seahawks. Give me the 49ers.
Niners.
It's
Not even a
not much to
question.
think about there. Chiefs,
Chiefs.
Bills. Give me the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Baseline.
I am back with full energy with my pick. I'm sorry, upset of the week. I know it's basic. I
Doug
don't
looks so
care.
irritated.
I hate the Chiefs. Let's go Bills, baby.
How much did Derek pay you?
How much did Derek pay you?
He paid me nothing. He told me nothing. I'm going with the Bills. Josh Allen might be an interception machine. He's going to be the next Jameis Winston.
Baseline.
30 touchdowns, 30 picks. But man, do the Chiefs suck. Give me the Bills.
Hey,
Michael.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah?
You're talking about baseline. That's sideline, buddy.
What?
It's a basketball
Okay, so
joke.
he's just
It was-
stupid. He's
It was
just
a
stupid. That's
basketball
why he picks
court
the Bills.
joke. It was a
just-
basketball
Oh,
because
yeah,
baseline
haha,
side.
funny.
Yeah, haha.
He's
I'm going
just
Chiefs.
stupid.
I think
Chiefs.
that's a simple answer right there.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs, too.
Yeah.
Ryan, you're on your own bandwagon for this one, unfortunately.
Hey, the last 2 times Michael has joined my bandwagon, we've gotten the dubs. So, all right, Broncos. Chargers. Give me the
Broncos.
Broncos. The Chargers are a
Let's
mess.
ride, baby.
The Chargers are just a dumpster fire.
I think I got to go the Broncos here.
There you go.
All right, Eagles, Cowboys, game of the week.
Cowboys.
Game of the week.
This
I
will
thought
be
you were
game
going
of
to
the
kill
week.
me because I was going to pick the
100%.
Cowboys.
No, I just don't think the Eagles are going to bounce back against the Cowboys. I don't think they can actually win.
Bang! Let's go.
I don't.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
I think they're banged up after the last game. Like that's,
Last
that's
thing we
pretty
want,
obvious.
especially from a Lions perspective, are the Cowboys jumping in, and now all of a sudden we're in 4th place instead of 3rd place.
The Cowboys.
Think
or,
about
I'm
it.
sorry. The Eagles are one of the most overrated teams in the NFC.
Yeah, but think about this: if the Eagles win, right? Eagles win, we stay in 3rd or 2nd place. The Cowboys win, they jump into 1st place. Oh wait, I guess
No, but this isn't what I want to happen.
Well,
This
think
is
about
what I
the point
think's gonna happen.
differential.
If the Cowboys win, both teams, Philadelphia and Dallas, would both be now at 10-3.
and the Cowboys would be in 1st place. I thought the Eagles would slide down because I'm slightly moronic, and it's not even. I
Hey,
can't
it's
even
just
say
like
that
him
it's
for
early in the
picking
morning.
Bills. That's all it
I'm
is.
still picking the Eagles. I think the Eagles
I mean,
are
I
going to have a good
want
bounce
the
back
Eagles
game.
to win, but I think
I
the Cowboys are
I
gonna
do
crush
want
them.
the Eagles to win. However, for the Lions' sake, I do want the Eagles to win. But
It's the
for my
Cowboys,
sake,
though.
Cowboys.
I'm in the same boat. I want the Eagles to win. I think Cowboys have just been continuing to roll. I'm going to go with Dallas.
All right,
here.
next game: Dolphins, Titans, Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Let's not even spend any time
Do
on
we
that.
get 2 Monday night games? Oh, we do.
Yeah, we have 2 Monday night games.
All right, Packers Giants.
Packers, Giants.
tough.
Nobody will be watching this game because it's Packers, Giants. Give me the
Giants.
Packers. That's the Packers defense and fantasy.
Yeah.
So it's
How
gonna
many
be,
points will
I
they
think
score?
Tommy DeVito is going to score
I
all
w-
of 10 points.
we
but
all want the Giants to win, but we're realistic.
How many points are going to be scored in the Titans versus the Dolphins? 150.
657,892.
Yeah, the Dolphins score 149 points.
You know what?
I'm gonna go with
30,000.
51.
30,000.
I actually said 150.
All right, are we locked, gentlemen?
I
I'm
gotta
locked.
hold on.
I'm deciding how many points are going to be scored. I'm going to say
30.
42 and give me the Packers.
30,156. My picks are locked.
Very precise number, Ryan.
All right,
And
Picks?
3 points will be scored by the Giants. By
Picks are locked.
picks are locked, and that is all we have for today's show. Thank you for tuning in to Card Guys, episode 19 on 91.5 The Mountain, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. Join us Monday for our Season 1 finale extravaganza. You don't want to miss it. We're going to have a lot of fun here, folks. For my good buddies, Ryan Donnelly, Doug Mobley, and Michael Rosenkrantz, I'm Anthony Schulte saying have a good one. So long, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Love you, Mom and Dad, and Grandma Weepapa. They're watching the show today.
Have a great day, everybody.
Fire up.